Have you guys seen the restricted mode thing? Look at this. This is the shit YouTube is forcing on you. Yeah, it's fucked up. Look at this. We click up here. What shows? Oh my god, back end stuff. Right down here. See? Where is it? Restricted mode off. This is that AI thing that if they decide that your smooth brain is too small, that it auto turns restricted mode on and it blocks you from seeing anything that's challenging, which includes any content apparently that talks about race or gender or sexuality, right? Not even like explicit gratuitous stuff. I actually saw, hold on, I saw a screenshot from a YouTuber that showed that with restricted mode on, basically all of their videos were totally invisible. Let me see if I can find that real quick, because this shit is like, as a YouTuber, I can't say I'm very fond of it. I'm not happy with this change. You can check right now your YouTube, mobile or on desktop. You can check. You can see, is your restricted mode on? I think it would be worth looking at, you know? Where's that? Hold on, I want to find this. Did I not retweet it? Here's it from the YouTuber Mother's Basement. Is it this one? YouTube's like, hey, good news, you can swear in the first 30 seconds of videos without getting demonetized now. Then they quietly add a new AI that shadow bans random videos that have passed their own approval process. Look at this. With restricted mode off, the video down here in the bottom right is from 3 months ago. With restricted mode on, the video down here in the bottom right is from 9 months ago. YouTube has implemented AI filters the start of August, and it's decimating a lot of channels. For some people, it was turned on automatically, basically rendering a lot of videos they usually enjoy fully invisible. If you've noticed a significant unexplained drop in views, I have, by the way. Don't like, listen, I'm not trying to whine or, you know, how the sausage gets made or whatever, but for me, it was literally like a kerplunk. Like, I guess if you extrapolate the numbers out to what it would look like for a month, the combined channel views went from like 14 million a month down to like 9 million. Like it was like a 30 or 40% kerplunk instantly. Like, no, it wasn't a drop off. It wasn't like decreased interest or anything like that. It was just a flat, like lots of people suddenly cannot see the videos. Which is a little bit scary, I'll admit, from like a professional, you know, it's worth me being concerned about, I feel. Has anyone checked, like right now, and seen that their restricted mode is on? Has anyone seen that? Have you looked? Have you checked? Mine's off. Well, I figure for a lot of people who watch political content, it would be off. My understanding is that it gets turned on if if the stuff that you look at suggests to YouTube you might be a kid. So if you're watching a bunch of, I don't know, Steven Universe song animatics or whatever, maybe they're like, okay, your ass is 14, sit down or whatever. But no, it's not that your ass is 14. It's just that you're, you know, mentally regressed. Your social development has been arrested. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this was the scary one that I saw. Look at this. This is insane, by the way. Okay, so this is the channel normally, right? Without the restricted mode turned on. Okay, take a look at some of these videos. All right, Gotcha Yakuda is punk as hell, and it's thanks to black art. My issues with Blue Flag, LGBT plus manga recommendations you need to read. How Arcane was centrist. Why the manga Love Bullet was supported on a global scale, Which Hat Atelier, the importance of representation, why you should watch Scavenger's Reign, which is good, by the way. Scavenger Range is good. Now, you take a look over here with restricted mode on, all of that is gone. The most recent video you see is why you should watch Scavenger's Reign. Every single thing here, these 7 are gone. Why? Any mention, race, sexuality, politics. It's not just, you know, here's a Reagan video or whatever. I mean, even acknowledging this stuff. This is unambiguously Hitlerite. We've been dancing at the edges of this for a long time with YouTube and TikTok and Instagram treating, you know, anything about diversity or representation as adult media, but this is like an extremely heavy-handed. This is not being done to appeal to a market. This is not being done. YouTube Kids already exists, okay? This is not being done to benefit the creators. This is not being done to benefit the watchers. This is a capitulation to a new wave of global internet censorship, which has been happening very rapidly. From payment processors refusing to support platforms that have not safe for work content, to people like Patreon won't let you do not safe for work stuff in a lot of instances, to OnlyFans briefly considering that it would no longer host not safe for work content before realizing that would be really stupid. This is all being prompted by a new wave of conservative religious organizations that are using a disproportionate amount of social and financial power to pressure these institutions into no longer hosting this content. It is Yeah, moralistic totalitarianism. All of this is censored if you have restricted mode on. And right now, YouTube, in their great kindness and infinite wisdom, allows you to turn it off. They got it right here, though. For a lot of people, it was turned on by default. But in the future, it's probably just going to be implemented, by default. Doesn't Project 2025 literally want to ban porn everywhere? Well, yeah, of course. Moralistic totalitarianism. Fascists love doing stuff like that. Basically the same for your channel, Vaush. The most recent 9 videos of yours are all hidden for me when I turn on restricted. Consider this my personal plea to everyone watching to make sure that your restricted mode is turned off, because that shit is insane and censorious and totalitarian. But also, yeah, like this is the future of the internet, This is not like other YouTube TOS considerations, don't show gore, don't show like explicit violence, don't say slurs. Yeah, okay, you work around these, fine, that's fine, whatever, sure, okay. There is no way to talk about politics around this mode. It completely removes it. It makes it impossible. Like, don't be a queer. Don't be a queer. Don't be a queer. Don't be black. You cannot talk about being black. You can't. You can't talk about it. Cue the collective silence of the MAGA Cro-Mags who've yelled for years about government censorship. Yeah. We know they're hypocritical. If nothing else, I'm sure that there are plenty of like, Twitter fash weebs who are going to be upset about this. Oh yeah, Israel is also paying Google millions to help with their propaganda videos on YouTube. Well, sure, yeah, but like it's whatever. It's all captured. Just keep that in mind. I got real goddamn spooked by that sudden view loss, It was, I mean, again, I don't like to whine about it too directly because it does come across a little bit like, oh, you're washed, you're just whining. But at the same time, it was literally like, view for every stream was between 8 and 10K, and views for the videos would consistently top around 100K, to like between 5 and 6K live viewership, and video views more variable, depending on what gets through the censor. It's a little spooky. Yeah, on mobile, it's under general settings. You can find it without too much effort. Yeah, that's why I got rid of the bisexual lighting in the background, because I'm trying to get through the censor. You know that even saying bisexual will probably discount this video from passing the filter. Like, that's all it takes. We are seeing censorship applied to discussions that would have been acceptable in Hey Arnold, there are, like, legitimately, you could see stuff on Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network back in the 90s or 2000s that would have harder conversations about identity and race and what have you than you can now have on YouTube without a auto-implemented AI censorship algorithm completely hiding your videos from a significant portion, millions of people. They would block Sesame Street. That is not an exaggeration. That's So Raven, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all that shit, it's gone. Not acceptable. Do you think the censorship is an attempt to infantilize all newer generations? I think that the global liberal order is rapidly decaying. I think that people used to be bound together by the hope that the world could be a better place. And right now that's functionally impossible because all the people with the power and the money to change the world for the better are too busy engaging in like arbitrary financial schemes to make pools of money turn into bigger pools of money. And I think that the way in which this is happening is different from the way in which it used to happen. I think that big money plays used to build the world, The railroad tycoons of the 19th century were unbelievably evil, but railroads were built. Nowadays, we hear about companies with, hundreds of billions of dollars of valuations. They grow and they disappear like nothing, like wisps, It's all ephemeral, but people do get real money off of it. As long as that's the way money is being made, everything's a bubble, everything's ephemeral, nothing's real. I think that there's no desire and no impetus to make the world a better place. And if there's no impetus to make the world a better place, what keeps people faithful in their governments? I don't think anyone likes their government very much anymore. I think that we had Obama here in America, and that was a pretty good experiment in whether or not we could actually be satisfied by like a hyper charismatic expression of the status quo. And honestly, we weren't, and that's why Trump happened to a large extent. And now the next plan for keeping everything together for the government is more in the ballpark of Palantir and internet censorship. If you can't keep the population stable by keeping them happy, you can keep them stable by keeping them quiet. This current situation isn't sustainable, though, is it? Nothing's sustainable long term. Eventually, the sun will swallow the planet, you know? I don't know. People still love Obama. I mean, in comparison. If Obama was magically given the ability to run a third term, people would be just as dissatisfied after it. A lot of people might be sort of performatively satisfied by his behavior or his civility in office, but all of the underlying problems would persist, as they did with him, you know, throughout his first 2 terms. Our healthcare system has not been fixed, you know? It has continued to skyrocket in how expensive it is and in the relative power of the healthcare industry. Certainly nothing financially has meaningfully changed. He didn't punish anyone after, 2008. This YouTube shit is so bad, I just tested it. Even your gaming channel shows literally nothing when restrict mode is on. It's pretty grim. It's pretty grim. Does the UK make you need a license to turn off the restrict mode? Honestly, they might have some extra there might be some extra precautions there, but I can't say I know. Not yet. We'll get there, I'm sure. Isn't the restrict mode connected to age verification? Perceived age verification based on your view history. But also, and listen, I apologize to everyone if this comes across as inappropriate, but I think that 16-year-olds should be able to watch stuff that has content along the lines of like 1990s Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network or Disney Channel. Like, I think that a 16-year-old YouTube viewer can handle an episode of That's So Raven or Fresh Prince or whatever. Because all of that would flag it. Any discussion of race, that's all it takes. PG movies from the 1980s, exactly. Mr. Rogers would be too political for this mode. I mean, again, it's not an exaggeration to say Sesame Street would all get flagged. That's explicitly true. Like, that's straightforwardly correct.